Alright, so welcome back to my channel, you guys. Want to go ahead and do a little bit of a different video because when I went ahead and did the Fenty Hydrating Foundation review, a lot of people were in the comments saying, Chichi, why don't you go ahead and mix 430 in the Hydrating Foundation alongside the Mattifying Foundation in the shade 420. And I was like, that would be a good video idea because I always believed in my heart, if Fenty came out with a 425, you guys, that would be my perfect shade because 430 is a little bit too dark for me, as y'all can tell on camera. It's a little bit too dark, and then 420, even though it looks like it'll fit me, is a tad bit light on my skin. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and test it out for you guys and see what I come up with. And also, if you're looking for individual foundation reviews on these two right here, I do have it on my page and I will link it above for you guys. And also, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. I know I forget to say that all the time in the beginning of my videos, but if you love seeing me on your page, on your timeline, go ahead and subscribe. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into the review. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face, and I have the Fenty Beauty True Matte Pro Filter Mattifying Primer, and I've been using this for about like a week and a half, and I do have my final thoughts on it. So when it comes to this primer, this is what it looks like. I love the fact that it's very nice and hydrated on the skin, because when it comes to a lot of mattifying primers out there, they're very dry and they just suck up all the oil. But with this, it's a very nice creamy texture, and I love the way it blends on the skin. And also with this primer, I do want to mention one thing. When it comes to this primer, I noticed that I still get a little bit glowy and dewy throughout the day. It doesn't completely hold back all the oils on my face, which is not a bad thing at all because I don't like a giant mattifying primer on my skin. For those who do have very oily skin, I'm not sure if you want to go ahead and get this because you still get a little bit glowy and dewy. So I just want to go ahead and mention that for those who are interested in this primer. But I just love the way it blends on the skin. It's a very nice hydrated mattifying primer. I know those two words don't go together, but at the same time, I don't know how Fenty did it, but they did. So hopefully y'all can see on camera, but every time I put on this primer, I notice that my skin looks so nice and smooth, and it does have pore diffusing properties in here, so that's probably why it looks like this. But I just love this primer. But moving on to foundation, I do have the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation in the shade 430 and also the Mattifying Foundation in the shade 420. So let's go ahead and mix these two together. I'm so excited. I don't know why, but I just want to see what the shade 425 will look like. But I'm just giving it one good pump onto the back of my hand because I want to go ahead and measure how much I use of each, and also one pump of the mattifying foundation. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the back of my hand, and let me just mix the two together and see what I come up with. So this is the two foundations mixed together, and I love the look so far because it's a good blend of both of the foundations. And let me see what it looks like on the skin. I still feel like it looks a little bit red, but at the same time I can't complain because I don't know, it's just like a good mix of the two. So let me go ahead and put it all over my face and just blend this out. So I'm just blending the foundation onto my skin, and right off the back, you guys, I love the way this blends out because usually with the mattifying foundation, I am struggling just because it's a little bit too matte for my skin, but mixed with the hydrating foundation, it's very easy to work with and it just blends right into the skin. And also the shade, you guys, the shade looks really good on my skin because it is just not too red, but at the same time, it's not too light on the skin. It's like a good mixture of the two, and I'm just loving the way it looks so far. So let me just keep blending and see what it looks like once I blend everything out. You guys, this looks really good on my skin. Like, I just keep staring at it because the shade match, like, it looks so freaking good, and the formula looks so good on my skin also. Like, everything just looks really nice. But I do want to say one thing I do notice a lot of people do settle between 430 or 420 just because it's like the only two we can really pick from in the medium deep category. But once she goes ahead and adds like the in-between shades like 445 or 425 and so on, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of shades to pick from. But for now, I don't mind mixing because I do have these two foundations. But let me go ahead and do one pump of each again. Alright, you guys, so this is a foundation on my face, and let me know down below what you think about the undertone, how it looks on the skin. Let me know your thoughts down below, but in person, I will say personally, I love the way it looks. It's not too dewy, it's not too matte. It's a very nice finish on the skin, and the shade, like, the shade is just beautiful. I know I keep talking about it, but it just matches me perfectly. Like, this is what I was looking for when it came to the Fenty foundations, and I feel like these two together is perfect on my skin. So now what I'm gonna do is finish up the rest of my face on camera, because I know a lot of people hate when I just skip to the end of the look. I know it's a very nice, you know, basic, natural, everyday makeup look, so it's nothing crazy at all, but I will do it on camera for you guys, and I will speed it up just a little bit. So let's go. Alright, so this is my face completely done, and I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I want to know down below if you guys think this is like my perfect shade, because I do feel like it is. But let me know your thoughts down below. But my final thoughts on this whole review is, if you do have both foundations, I do say go ahead and mix them. You don't have to be my exact shade. You can go ahead and mix any foundation you like. But if you do have the shades 430 and 420, I say go ahead and mix them together, because they have a very nice golden undertone once they're mixed together. Because Fenty's foundations, I noticed, do run a little bit orange and red, so keep that in mind. And also the formula, you guys, when I mix the two together, it just feels so good on the skin. It's not too dewy, it's not too glowy, it's not too matte. It's just a very nice formula on the skin, and I love the way it feels. So I'm so glad I went ahead and tried these two together. I do hope Fenty comes out with the 425. I keep saying that, but honestly, you guys, it will make me so happy, because I will have a perfect shade and I won't have to mix two foundations. Also, let me know down below your thoughts on this whole entire foundation review. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.